It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
So, still a bit easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Oh, what did they do to me?
Let's get our bearings.
Who are you? Nobody?
Yeah, no thanks. One sparkly green hate necklace is enough.
Well, that explains the smell anyway.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
Fresh meat. Nice. Plump. Banded like a chicken's leg. That may be so. But look at the flies. Ban wisdom. Flies know when a creature will die. And it's around your head that...
With two shakes of her stumpy tail, the sheep turns away from you to peruse her hay-filled manger.
Junk. That click. This floor plate triggered something.
Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of, just dragged me down here. Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. Suit yourself.
Wait, you're no magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy scrounger? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face. Damn. If it's not one thing, it's another. And no way I can trust those fools to deal with any nonsense on their own. Can't leave the prisoner alone, though. He's been nothing but trouble, I hear. That's all I needed to hear. Just don't let that caged rascal fool you. You can't trust him as far as you can throw him.
Fasten tight. What would he have to gain by killing me? I'll have to keep my guard up. Rubbish.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
No known associates. In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending time with the others. No marks, no indications of a struggle.
Empty.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
No lesions, no trauma. He was bled by magic.
Don't you dare! If you violate the virtue of my carpet, I'll do a good thing worse and put a collar around your neck.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast. For your own peace of mind, of course.
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away. No lesions, no trauma. He was bled by magic.
Everything's spick and span. Nothing left to do, really.
Looks like someone's hit the Hall of Echoes a little early.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Hands to yourself, bloody sorcerer.
Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
Now, where did I leave my calipers?
Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here?
What a well of knowledge this tome is. Dallas is such a dear lending it to me.
It was one of them. I know it.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
About us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle for carrying on.
One of us
part where I reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
Mad?
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice, deciding fates. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lip.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. A dark, dank place. I remember it well. As everyone lay sleeping, you sat in the dark with wakeful eyes, looking rather lovingly at... me! Huh. My, aren't you a pretty cup full of sugar and spice?
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
She pats you on the shoulder consolingly.
There, don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
Reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
Mad?
Lucky find.
How dare you classify this slop?
Lucky find.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
The Magister starts, recognition growing on his face as he looks right at you.
And I don't intend to do away with the custom.
You look just like...
The Magister's face turns white. He makes a move to step backwards, then stops himself as his hand closes on the weapon at his hip.
It is you. Ifan Ben Mesd. I remember you. You were my captain's commander way back in the war.
It was one of them. I know it.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us would kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? Insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you.
The Magister's eyes darken. His face closes over into a cold mask.
I always knew you'd end up down low. Lower even than us nobodies in the rank and file. The higher the climb, the louder the splat when you fall. And Fort Joy, you're about to fall further than you thought possible. And I'll be listening for the splat. Happy landing.
All I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
It was one of them. I know it.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
What are you trying to hear anyway?
Ah, music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style, I shouldn't be getting my hopes up. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. Dear Lord, I might as well try and teach mathematics to a dog chasing its tail. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can cook, but you have the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit, and your personal hygiene reminds one of a carcass rotting in the sun. That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry. I know, but you just don't have what it takes. A good slave's made of sterner stuff, I'm afraid. Still, hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than mine. You keep dreaming, you hear?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen. Keep those bones trained on her, and if she tries to...
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything...
He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, kiddo. You hear that?
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magister's more...
He turns his head toward you.
You look like a kiddo to me. Listen, if you're interested. Or get gone if... The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates. The groaning of wood from floor to ceiling. The boom, crack...
And?
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger, it's...
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles.
Anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close. There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There, you heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, kiddo. Good news. It's the wheel, the wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Pardon my beard. That means if we've been traveling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate, even here. Captain, actually. And that figure tells me we're getting close to the Joy. Close to what lies beyond it, too.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His
That'll be all, thank ye kindly, kiddo.
I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't...
He continues stroking his beard.
There has been a murder.
A broad dwarf. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eye.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Don't you get saucy with me.
His eyes snap open. He looks at you.
Murder? Ah, that's what they were going on and on about. I wouldn't know anything about it. I kill a man. He knows who done it. His daddy knows who...
His eyes flutter shut, and he assumes his position of repose once more.
Whether they catch me is another matter, but I ain't one to...
Ask what you must. I've nothing to hide.
Seems to me you should be a little more...
You one of them? A divine...
After all.
It was one of them. I know it.
Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up? Well, you aren't here on my list, Scrammy, but... Insufferable, surely. Name?
What are you trying to hear?
Well, you aren't here on my list. I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
You look like my daddy. Do you know Losa?
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen courses, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
He reaches out and takes your hand, turning it this way and that, examining it from every angle. Finally, he pinches your skin, gently tugging at it.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
I have already examined it and found it quite ordinary. What more could I possibly... Oh dear. I seem to have crossed some cultural taboo. How... difficult. You have my apologies, human. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once. I do not believe I have been drawn anywhere. It is a quaint little read, but it has its faults. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Most unusual. And if it's not too rude to suggest, not much of an answer. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
The elf's face freezes for just a second before he waves his hand dismissively.
Oh, it's just one of my idle curiosities. We mortals do like to consider these things, do we not? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
No amount of pestering will get the elf...
One of us. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad?
Rubbish.
Insufferable, surely.
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Murder most fascinating. Strongly suspected. All
I've
about
seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken
Well,
pigs.
perhaps you're absolutely right.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable.
This again.
Never done on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're the cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Course I do. Seems Voidwalk can dog your heels like a shadow. That's no way to live, is it? You'll see. We're gonna help you. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted for it.
And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Murder most foul. And I strongly suspect you know all about it. Keep those bones trained on her. And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Right.
Boring.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Murder most foul. And I strongly suspect you know all about it.
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
No, I'm afraid I always perform my part solo. Do stay and watch, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happening?
No time for chatter. We've got to get out of here.
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
It's no use.
The dice rolled out.
hatch is blocked.
The dog notices you for the first time and snarls, the hairs on its back prickling as it lowers itself into a lunge.
You sorcerer!
It sneezes suddenly and paws at its nose once more.
Can't smell. Can't breathe. Too much sauce. Too much. Too much. Please make it stop.
Sorcerer!
The dog whines and the hound paws desperately at its snout. It winces as it draws blood from its wet black. The dog notices you for the first time. It sneezes suddenly.
Can't smell. Please make it stop. Too much.
The dog whines and
Damn! That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Another sorcerer!
he leaps to attention and brandishes his blade.
This is Bishop Alexander. Not bad. Not bad at all.
The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia.
No. What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet. It cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back.
Yes, indeed. Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to. Please, I was no more an elf than you are those rags you're wearing. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands. Indeed, just as sensible as getting off a sinking ship and leaving a fellow to his business. I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death, so...
The skeleton shrugs casually and returns to his book.
Great God, something's pounding on the hull!
The marking on the door was painted recently. You press your palm against the door to open it. It doesn't budge. The moment you touch the door groans.
Something's breaking through.
I need to get out of here now!
So much for a peaceful stroll.
right over the... You're gonna be the death of a...
Voidwoken.
Beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Let the games begin.
This old tub is about to burst.
Away! The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
So, the Order's right about one thing. We attract Voidwoken.
Wonder what we'll find in land. Hard to beat a monster attack. Arrakis Rex.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Hi, Losa. I'm Tam. Are you a sorcerer too?
The child screws up his face and looks at you, hard. He holds up his little mirror and peers into it, inspecting your reflection. His eyes go wide. The mirror falls and shatters on the rocks below.
I have to go.
The boy begins to cry.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You're not a real person. There's a thing wearing your skin. I saw it. Go away.
He shrieks.
Stop it. Is she gone? That lady Losa. She's not a real person. She has a thing wearing her skin. I saw. You wouldn't think that if you saw what I saw. She isn't really a lady named Losa. She's some... maybe. But I don't think so. No one cares where I go. They know I can't leave the island. It's nicer out here than inside, anyway. They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now that... But you didn't die. I guess I am. But it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary. There isn't anywhere safer. You'll see.
Void Woken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They made it to shore. The face is familiar. What's left of it? He was aboard.
Stare at the slain beasts and comment that they must have been the cause of the shipwreck.
They're just animals. Easy enough to euthanize.
It didn't put up much.
Another giant. My word, this blasted isle is teeming with them. What's that? Yes, I did see how it made short work of the great acorn servants. Quite right, very impressive. But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. They are the very reason the great acorn is returning in all its wrath. What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? You would have me use this giant for a shield? Oh, I see. You cunning devil, Quercus. Of course, we need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe. Egad! It speaks our tongue, Quercus! Hush before! What do you mean a good time for introductions? You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Sir Lord... Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed. No, we will have the giant march. Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth, post-haste.
Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hole. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
My gratitude is worth a great deal, if only you'd... Now then, if there's nothing further, I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident.
He sighs.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? A consciousness. Very good. And
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. Of course, it's rather specific. Quite obviously, I'm musing over the very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? Oh, may the Seven have mercy on their own creation. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World Tamer. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. This and that. On the other hand... Fine. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. Jolly good. So, now that's... Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. Very well.
The Red Prince nods.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off. There was a small incident with such a nuisance, the law. Quite necessary to keep the common in line, of course, but one such as myself it should exempt as a matter of course. What I meant was that, being authority, I shouldn't be Sadly, that enlightened point of view quite clearly turned out to be academic. If not, we wouldn't be having this very conversation. I hardly know you as yet. Let's leave some mystery in the relationship, shall we? We can exchange criminal records, as am I. That said, I've the distinct feeling I wasn't meant to die, but there was something in the water. A voice made of air that soothed my flooding lungs. There was sudden light. Truly, how intriguing. Still.
He hesitates.
Are you a religious person? A pity. Religious persons tend to be all too self-important in their supposed humility. As for myself, I perform the ancient rites of prayer and ceremony with a kind of languid indulgence. After all, when one is revered by many as a living god oneself, public deprecation would be needlessly self-important as there isn't much to say, but for the fact that I simply must. It's the portent of it all. I can feel it. The revelation will be world-changing. And justified it is too. You'll be a witness to wonders, as certain as the sun, such is my conviction. I will be, then grow beyond being. I intend to rule an empire once. To that end, of course, I'd much appreciate...
Are you certain you want to dismiss your...
Your loss.
A black cat.
I've spotted something.
Maybe my luck is about to change.
It seems we are not the only ones taking on strays. Oh, no need to be jealous, Quercus. Fur maketh not...
What? How did I get... Hey, stop following me. Me? I know who I am. At least you'll be popular.
The cat shakes its head.
Huh? Yeah.
The cat opens his mouth as if to speak.
Junk. Boring.
kitty kitty.
What's this? I found something.
I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore. Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here. I'm sure glad...
I wonder where this leads.
You walk up to a skeleton unlike any you have ever seen before. His skull seems to be carved into intricate patterns with a gemstone sitting in the middle of his forehead. Approaching, you hear a profane
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to... Oh. Perhaps...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents.
Damnation! That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Actually, you don't seem half as threatening as those creatures in red. Run along, won't you? I have business to attend to. Why, its face, of course. What other use would I have for some rotting corpse? A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body. I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration.
Because my own was stolen from me. And the idea of being chased across Rivellon by every idiot with a torch does not... Oh, get away! Monster! Hide the children! You are simple beasts. And you simply do not like my... Well, not my kind, but those that look like me. So, if I am to traverse this land, simply put, I am an Eternal, and you are not. You have my sympathies. Indeed, no one seems to have the good taste to be. My people are rather, at least from this realm. A cult? Hardly. We were a race that existed before the idea of race was needed. We were all one. I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature of incredible intelligence and skill. But I fear the limits of your imagination would not do us justice. We studied the mysteries of the universe. We created works of great art, but I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. We will have our world again. Well, that hardly seems relevant. But if you must know, I was inconvenienced for a time. Several centuries, in fact. Or perhaps millennia. One tends to lose track. I was sealed in a tomb for daring to be curious about the world. It seems our king did not agree that the universe should be explored to its full potential. Perhaps I should thank him. It seems I was spared whatever happened to the others. I wonder if flowers would be appropriate. Ah, well, that is the curious thing. They are clearly absent from this world, and yet they are. Every one of your races resembles them in some manner. And the statues you have built to your gods look... Perhaps my people have ascended to some new realm. Or perhaps your gods are mere... Regardless, they are not here. But I will find them. Wherever... I suppose, circumstances being what they are, it could be advantageous. You seem more at ease in this world than I. Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps you notice that I am rather skilled in, well, all things. Of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality, but being a brilliant wizard does not mean I cannot handle blade or bow. So, which do you require for this enterprise of yours? I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get on? There is rather a lot to see. Splendid. Very well.
The child quiets and seems comforted by your presence. She looks up at you with curious eyes. She nods.
What?
A wide smile cracks across her tear-streaked face, exposing a big gap where her 2 front teeth should be.
A pampered cow. You're funny. You can have this. I found it outside, but I can't read it yet. That's next year, and then I'll learn it.
The child wipes her eyes and, grinning, plunks herself down on the earthen ground.
La, 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 la. Everything has a heart.
She eyes you suspiciously.
Please, please, just go.
Oh, how?
Does it cast a long shadow on you as it does me? My heart frosts over as if I've been violated by nothingness itself.
What's happening to these turtles. They're transforming.
Glory is mine. Glory is mine.
What's happening to these turtles? They're transforming.